ជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនសុខសប្បាយទេជួបខ្ញុំទៀតហើយទូចស៊ីណូនខ្ញុំថ្ងៃនេះចង់យកពីរឿងអ្វីមួយដែលអាចជួយដល់ម៉ែឪឬមួយអ្នកគ្រូឬមួយលោកគ្រូដែលបង្រៀនកូនសិស្សម៉ែឪខ្ញុំចង់និយាយថាបើសិនណាយើងសន្យាកូនយើងអ្វីមួយអូខេយើងត្រូវតែគម្រប់ពាក្យសន្យារបស់យើងកុំកុហកកូនអូខេSo what I'm just saying here is that whatever promise that you have made with your children, make sure you follow through. Make sure you do not break your promises, okay? You need to follow through with what you promised. Because if you have broken your promise a couple times, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, in the future, that child of yours, okay, or your children will not believe you anymore. They don't have the faith to believe in you because you have already broken the promise. Now, as for teachers, okay, if you are teaching your classroom, whatever rules and expectations that you have for your students, you need to follow through. You need to enforce the rules. You need to make sure that you follow the consequences or the rules and the expectations that you have placed for your class. It is extremely, extremely important that you follow through with whatever you say, okay? If you say that if they misbehaved, okay, if they didn't do anything and they, for example, they didn't do their homework or they are misbehaving, whether talking way too much to the point where they are distracting other students, disrupting your classroom. And if you told them in the beginning of the year that you're going to call their parents or refer them to see the principal, you need to do it, okay? You need to follow through with what you said, because if you don't do what you have already said in the beginning of the year, throughout the whole year, the school year, you're going to have a hard time with your class, because the students know that whatever you said is just empty words, because one, you didn't call their parents. 2, you didn't send them to the office because maybe you've played favoritism, or maybe you didn't feel like referring them. Then whose fault is it? It's your fault as a teacher. No matter how tedious, how small the misbehavior it is, you need to follow through, okay? Make sure, my suggestion to you, okay, your rules and your expectations are fair, okay? Your rules and your expectations are what they call feasible, practical. You can't say something and you know in here that you probably won't follow through, or you probably not gonna do it or enforce it. Don't say it, okay? My rules and my expectations for my students are just five simple rules, okay? 1, be on time. 2, okay, be respectful. And I give the students samples of what being respectful mean, okay? 3, keep hands, feet, and any objects to themselves, okay? 4, use kind words always. My classroom motto for my class: be good, be kind, be humble. Just those 3 phrases: be good, be kind, be humble. And in the beginning of the year, I talk to my students excessively about the rules and the expectations. And if they don't follow the rules, there will be consequences. Changing their cards, Okay, that's 1. 2, I am going to call the parents, which I do. However, I know a lot of the teachers now, we use Class Dojo. Instead of calling, I would dojo their parents. And if I don't see that the parents' response to my dojo, I call their parents. 3, okay, if they break the rules and did not follow the rules and meet the expectation, and if they misbehave in my classroom and disrupt my class, taking time away from other students' learning, I refer them to the office. Okay? They know that. The consequences right there, very clear, spelled out to them. I went over the rules of how they should be walking in the hallways. I went over the rules of how they should be behaving in the classroom. Yes, within the first 3 weeks, you have to reinforce. You have to go over the rules and expectations and the consequences with the students and make sure, teachers, you follow through. It may take times, yes, time from you teaching, time from your instruction, but you have to do it, no matter how hard it is for you. My suggestions to all of the parents and all of the teachers: any promises that you make with the students, make with your children, make sure you follow through or carry through. Try not to break the promise, okay? If you did break the promise, make sure you have a legit reason and make sure you make it up. And do your best not to break any more promises, because kids learn from adult. They follow the adult role models. They follow your footsteps. They watch you. They see you. They observed you. They learned from you. So you, as an adult, need to be role model for them. You need to make sure you are fair. You need to make sure that the consequences that you put forth for your class or for your children, okay, are practical, are reasonable, okay? So make sure you keep your promises, follow throughs, and you will have a successful year. And for parents, you will have children that respect you and love you, and yes, they will do their very best to meet your expectation. And yes, they will make you proud. And make sure you encourage your children, your students, daily. Never put them down. Always encourage them. Always motivate them. That's what I want to share with you today. អរគុណបងប្អូន សូមលាជួបគ្នាលើកក្រោយទៀត. Bye bye បងប្អូន